more than enough sand to build a sandcastle or two, the annual operation that could help bolster the North County shoreline.
I kind of knew I always wanted to go into the education sector, but wanted to have a really foundational knowledge of the sciences and a lot of hands-on experience with that.
The mission to find fully trained teachers in San Diego. In the one way, educators are dealing with California's teacher shortage.
Music, when you listen, suddenly anybody in any race, any place on earth, they can get the inspiration just by hearing that sound. That is so amazing.
The Sounds of Success, directed by this man, the maestro's key milestone with the San Diego Symphony. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. Firefighters have fully contained the Gate Fire. That's the fire that burned about 2,000 acres of northwest Del Zura. All evacuation orders and road closures have been canceled. A criminal investigation is underway into how the fire started over the weekend, after a video surfaced on Instagram appearing to show a group of people starting it, then running away. CAL FIRE says the person who posted the video is cooperating with officials. The Gate Fire was one of 24 firefighters have put out in the past week. Today, they gathered in El Cajon to warn residents of a potentially dangerous fire season. KPBS reporter Susan Murphy has more.
San Diego emergency officials and county leaders lined up in front of air tankers and fire engines at Gillespie Field to ask for the public's help before the next fire erupts.
We have probably the worst risk of a major wildfire that we have had in a long, long time.
The above-average rainfall that drenched San Diego last winter sprouted an abundance of highly flammable grasses and weeds, some as tall as 6 feet. It's where most fires ignite. Add to that the trees and brush that are already dead after 5 years of drought.
About 90% of the brush on the hillsides in San Diego County is dead. It has been dead for many years as a result of the drought.
San Diego County Fire Chief Tony Meacham says the entire county is at risk for fire this year, from the coast to the desert floor. He says it's essential for people to clear 100 feet of flammable vegetation from around their property.
If you do not do the clearance around your homes, I want to send a very clear message. I do not care to risk the lives of my firefighters to save your home if you have not done your part to give our folks a fighting chance.
People are also urged to have an emergency supply kit, a family evacuation plan, and sign up for emergency notifications on their mobile phone at readysandiego.org.
You'll be able to get push notifications onto your mobile device that will tell you where shelters are located, how you can care for your pets.
The county has invested more than $400 million in firefighting resources since the 2003 Cedar Fire. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.
The British Prime Minister has raised the country's terror threat level to critical, meaning an attack may be imminent. This is following last night's suicide bombing after an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. Theresa May says the critical level means soldiers may be deployed instead of police at public events like concerts and sports matches. The city held a vigil today remembering the 22 people who were killed.
This city is greater than the forces that align itself against it. And as we say that, we're sending a signal not just to Manchester, but across the world, that you cannot defeat us, because love, in the end, is always stronger than hate.
An 8-year-old girl is among the dead. She's the youngest victim known. Her mother and sister were also among the 59 people wounded. The mayor of Oceanside is taking time off to deal with a health issue. The city says Jim Wood is in the hospital and he's scheduled to have surgery within the next week. The mayor of 13 years will be away through early August. Deputy Mayor Chuck Lowry will fill in while Wood is out. A sand dredging operation at the mouth of Oceanside's harbor is moving along faster this year than last. KPBS North County reporter Allison St. John says this year the eroded beach may benefit from thousands of tons of extra sand.
Bulldozers are spreading tons of sand on the beach in Oceanside, south of the pier. So far, more than 200,000 cubic yards of sand have been piped down the beach from a dredger at the mouth of the harbor. The Army Corps of Engineers does this every year to clear the harbor mouth where sand builds up and blocks the entrance. It just so happens the sand is good quality enough to build up the beach, which loses sand every winter. They've installed big pipes to pump it down toward the pier. Last year, the operation took all summer because the contractor had smaller equipment, a smaller pipe, and fewer bulldozers. So the operation kept going through the height of the tourist season, much to the annoyance of the city. But this year, Greg Futterer of the Army Corps of Engineers says they've hired a different contractor and things are going well.
This year, with a larger equipment, a more experienced crew, an earlier start date, we feel that we'll be able to meet the contract requirements by Memorial Day.
But the city of Oceanside has budgeted $600,000 to pay for an extra 80,000 cubic yards of sand. So Futterer says the plan is to keep going now that the equipment is all in place and working well.
Since there is an abundance of material in the channels, since we have the contractor here on site, since we have the funding available, we're in discussions with the city and some permitting agencies to investigate the possibility of continuing to dredge past Memorial Day weekend as a benefit for the navigation and to put some more material on the beach.
Permitting agencies have given the verbal agreement to go ahead, so the plan is to keep going for another 2 weeks after Memorial Day to make up for some of the sand that did not get dredged last year. During winter storms, the waves now break over the strand, so the beach could really use the sand, not just to attract tourists, but also to protect the buildings that face the ocean. This is all just a beneficial side effect of a project designed to clear the mouth of Oceanside Harbor. Allison St. John, KPBS News.
Coming soon to the Del Mar Fairgrounds, a brand new entertainment center. Today, the Del Mar Fair Board voted to develop a concert venue inside the Surfside Satellite Wagering Facility. Representatives from the cities of Del Mar and Solana Beach have expressed concerns about the traffic attached to the 1,900-seat venue. The Fair Board hopes it will generate more revenue. Board members will borrow $11 million to build the theater. It could be open as early as next year. The median price of a home in San Diego County was $525,000 last month. That's the highest price ever recorded by real estate information firm CoreLogic. The price was more than 7% higher than April 2016. Adjusting for inflation, home prices were higher in 2005 before the real estate crash. But the latest figures are noteworthy because prices in San Diego are rising faster than other regions in Southern California. That's because more people are moving here, but there isn't enough housing to accommodate. San Diego schools are laying off hundreds of teachers, even as California faces a severe teacher shortage. Last year, school districts in San Diego and Imperial counties had to hire more than 700 teachers who hadn't finished their training. Where many people see it as a troubling trend, KPBS education reporter Megan Burke says some see it as a promising solution.
Then I would replace X with 4. So I would have 2 times 4 plus 3.
Elijah Gonzalez has been described to me as a unicorn. He's a Puerto Rican-American male special education teacher.
We got to get all of our numbers to one side and keep our X variable on the other side.
He checks all the boxes schools across the country have a hard time checking. There aren't a lot of men with diverse backgrounds looking to get into teaching.
So that's a check.
And if they are, they're probably not looking at special ed. 90% of California school districts told the Learning Policy Institute they couldn't find enough special ed teachers to hire last year. 80% said they couldn't find enough teachers, period. Fewer and fewer people are going into teaching.
For your homework, I believe she wants you guys to do 30 minutes of Khan Academy and finish checkpoint 1 and 2.
But then there are people like Gonzalez, who's in his first year teaching at Thrive Charter School in Rolando.
It's always about the students. It's always about developing those relationships and seeing them progress. That's the reason why I do the job.
Gonzalez is currently earning his credential through National University as a Teach for America Corps member. He represents a growing trend. With teachers so hard to come by, schools are hiring them with what many call emergency credentials. The number of teachers entering California classrooms who were still going to school to become teachers doubled last year. That's alarming to many, but Gonzalez says having his own teacher and classmates gives him an edge.
The burnout isn't as bad if you have someone you can go to, like when you have questions.
Nicole Assisi is Thrive's director and agrees. That's why she's launching her own credentialing program next year at Thrive. Instead of going to a university to get their credentials, would-be teachers will study and teach at Thrive at the same time.
For people who are new into teaching, working alongside somebody as a mentor and really do an apprenticeship model is really exciting for us. We think that it helps make teaching less overwhelming, because I remember when I was a teacher, year one, all of a sudden I finished my credentialing program and here I was alone in a classroom with 35 kids.
Think about that for a second. It's your first 9 to 5 and you're responsible for 35 kids. That harsh transition into the working world leads as many as 40% of teachers to leave the profession within their first 5 years, and that isn't helping with the teacher shortage. So the hope is that on-the-job programs will help smooth that transition.
Or struggle through the challenge.
High Tech High has been doing this kind of credentialing since 2004. The vast majority of High Tech High teachers who have gone through the program are still at the school.
I kind of knew I always wanted to go into the education sector, but wanted to have a really foundational knowledge of the sciences and a lot of hands-on experience with that.
Chris Millo is finishing his second year in the credential program and teaches 12th grade environmental science. At 33, he's worked in outreach for the Audubon Society and earned a master's in ecology. He says that experience gives him confidence in the classroom.
Of course, I question myself all the time, but I think going back to having been able to build that confidence over the years and no, I know how to set up an experiment, I know how to do field work.
Supporters of on-the-job credentialing programs say bringing in mid-career teachers like Millo also leads to better retention. They have enough experience to know what they want. That's true of Gonzalez at Thrive.
I'm definitely planning on staying in teaching. I plan on staying at Thrive for next year.
But on-the-job credentialing programs aren't a panacea for California's teacher shortage.
I love Thrive. I love the environment. I believe in the mission. But if I want to stay in California and continue living in California, I also have to look at, my budget.
Tomorrow, we'll take a look at other challenges and solutions in staffing our classrooms. Megan Burks, KPBS News.
Texas is fast-tracking a transgender bathroom bill. It's similar to the one in North Carolina that caused a national uproar. AP reporter John Moan has the story.
He thinks he's cool, Mom. He's independent.
Every afternoon, Ann Elder walks to the corner a few blocks from her Friendswood, Texas home.
Hey, sweetie.
To pick up her son, Ben. With his oversized backpack, Ben is an affable, albeit soft-spoken 11-year-old.
Do you want some pasta? Do you want...
But his mother doesn't hold back words.
We haven't done anything illegal, and yet they are actively working to annihilate my son's existence.
Ben is transgendered, born female, who identifies as male.
Because everybody's different, and just because we might seem more different, not being different.
Can you use the word different another time?
After the Texas Senate easily passed its version of the so-called bathroom bill, the measure had stalled in the House, but it was revived late Sunday night as lawmakers approved a scaled-back version only applying to Texas's 5.3 million public school students.
We all believe that people should have their rights protected, okay? But that goes for the minority and the majority.
State Representative Ron Simmons authored a House version requiring public school students to use the bathroom of the gender on their birth certificate, similar to the law in North Carolina that was ultimately rolled back.
How do you balance someone's right as a transgender child or person with the rights of other people that say, you know what, I respect that and I don't want to degrade that, but I also don't want my children sharing changing rooms and locker rooms with people of the opposite biological sex.
I love that I can walk my kids to school.
Joanna Smith says the bill would harm one of her children who was born female but identifies as a boy. She fears he would be singled out and asked the Associated Press not to show his face for that reason.
In kindergarten, the kids use one bathroom. There's a bathroom for the kindergarten class, so it's not an issue. But since he started transitioning in kindergarten, by first grade, he was using the boys' bathroom from day one in school.
Now all school districts may have to out students whose secret they previously kept or risk breaking Texas law.
And this is unfortunate, and there's been a persistence of intolerance in our city.
The bill inspired high school senior Mike Floyd to run for and recently win a school board seat in Pearland, Texas.
We're more concerned with budgetary issues and because we are able to look past the fundamental differences that we have.
Ann Elder says her first concern is her son's safety.
I'm a mama bear, right?
Before he transitioned, she said Ben was miserable.
And I think if this continues, it's going to get harder on my son and for other transgender people.
She knows going public carries a risk, but Elder says she doesn't want a state law to deny Ben his identity. John Moan, Associated Press, Houston.
Coming up tonight on PBS NewsHour, giving disabled animals a leg up.
Kids just love her to death, and she loves kids, so, you know, it's really a great thing. The prosthetics, if it wasn't for that, she had never made it.
The invention allowing handicapped pets to live a normal life. Plus, a look at North Korea's plan for a nuclear missile that could reach the U.S. That's tonight on PBS NewsHour, starting at 7, right here on KPBS. Geologists and engineers will head to Big Sur this week to assess the damage from another landslide that's buried a new stretch of Highway 1. The massive slide buried about a quarter of a mile of the iconic coastal highway under a 40-foot layer of rock and dirt. You can see from the air. It's completely changed the coastline. Slides following the year's rainy winter have closed at least 2 other stretches of the road in the area, forcing some resorts to close and others to use helicopters to ferry in supplies and guests. Well, parts of the county will remain cool, while others will reach 100 degrees. Erin Calandra has tonight's forecast.
Well, it was a beautiful day today. Those clouds this morning broke up for plenty of sunshine this afternoon, and that will continue for tomorrow. Taking a look at right now, well, we don't see much going on our satellite, maybe a few stray showers in places, but nothing major to impact anything going on for this evening. So for tonight, 61 degrees. We'll have some thickening clouds tonight, and we will see those in the morning. But again, those will break up for sunshine throughout the day. We'll see more cloud coverage toward the coast rather than inland. So taking a look at tonight, here we are with the cloud coverage. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. As we head further east, it warms up in Borrego Springs, 72 degrees there. Mount Laguna, 54 degrees with just some light clouds passing through the region. So on Wednesday, it's going to get just a little bit cooler. We do have a breeze coming in off of the coast, and that's going to cool things down quite a bit, especially along the coast. Inland, we'll see a change as well, but maybe not quite as drastic. So for tomorrow, taking a look at the temperatures, Borrego Springs, 103 degrees. Mount Laguna, nice and comfortable at 72. As we head over toward the coast, we have that cloud coverage, and temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s, so very comfortable. The 5-day forecast for the coast, well, we're going to see clouds build through Friday, and we could even see a little bit of foggy rain Thursday night into Friday morning. Temperatures dipping down to the 60s and then rebounding by Saturday to 70 degrees. Inland, it's going to be nice and comfortable. Temperatures in the low 70s for much of the end of the week and also the weekend. And again, some low clouds that will be breaking up for sunshine. In the mountains, it's going to be beautiful. Temperatures in the low 60s, rebounding to 72 degrees by Sunday. And in the deserts, it's going to be much more bearable. Temperatures going from 103 degrees down to the 80s for the weekend, 92 on Saturday. For KPBS News, I'm Erin Calandra.
It's a special weekend for the San Diego Symphony. Longtime musical director Ya Ling's finale concerts. Under his leadership, the San Diego Symphony has gained international acclaim. I spoke to him before his last concerts as musical director about his career and future.
That's Mahler's Mighty Third, played by the San Diego Symphony, conducted by Maestro Ya Ling.
We want to make sure the music came out the best and with the highest integrity of musical making.
We sat in on rehearsal of Mahler's Symphony No. 3. The performance a precursor to Ling's finale as San Diego Symphony music director.
Music, when you listen suddenly, anybody in any race, any place on earth, they can get the inspiration just by hearing that sound. That is so amazing. And I believe it's a gift from God.
You have a huge influence on the sound of the San Diego Symphony. How would you describe it?
Well, I think the sound concept is in my head first. I move a little bit, and they have a special sound. If you hear the Vienna Philharmonic, the Berlin Philharmonic, the Bayerische Rundfunk, Concertgebouw, they have a distinctive European sound that they inherit from the composers. And those has been passed on to me, of course, in America. My most important mentor was, that features there, Leonard Bernstein.
It was Bernstein who nourished Ling's reverence for the Romantics.
I'm more comfortable conducting something from the Romantic area. For example, Brahms. Earlier, probably Beethoven, and then, Schumann, Mahler, those composers. Nationalists like Dvorak, Sibelius, Tchaikovsky. Those are the things that is like close to my heart.
So it's fitting Ling will lead the orchestra in performances of Sibelius and Brahms symphonies for his finale concert, marking an end to 13 seasons, the longest tenure by a music director in the San Diego Symphony's 106-year history.
Since I came here, I feel the most proud moment is that those people that now have played the orchestra, when they stay here, they help all together as a team make the orchestra excel and perform in the highest level of possible.
Ling was appointed music director of the San Diego Symphony in 2003. It was a rebuilding period after bankruptcy and a bailout. Ling took it on one musician at a time. 65 of the orchestra's instrumentalists, including all but 2 of the principals, were selected by Ling.
We have to develop something that they will be cohesive to the whole orchestra, but in the same time have the individuality to bring their best, like their extraordinary, their personality.
Ling is proud to be the first conductor of Chinese descent to hold a music director position with a major U.S. orchestra.
Because the Dutch was Indonesia for many years, they left a lot of good musical tradition in Indonesia, so I get accustomed to that.
He says he truly gained understanding of what it takes to be a great conductor while leading the Cleveland Orchestra.
As a conductor, you serve the composer. You serve the music the composer wrote, not for showing off my ability or showing off the orchestra. We all together serve the music.
As music director of the Florida Orchestra, Ling was the first classical music conductor ever invited to conduct at a Super Bowl.
Under the direction of Maestro Ya Ling.
The 1991 Super Bowl 25 national anthem performance is still considered by many one of the best. More than 700 million people watched that performance. The recording went platinum. Still, Ling says the highlight of his career came years later when he led the San Diego Symphony's sold-out performance at Carnegie Hall.
San Diego Symphony didn't have the same reputation as Vienna Philharmonic or the Chicago Symphony, but when we came there and we presented them with the quality of playing, we touch their heart too.
When he's not traveling with his family or volunteering with the evangelistic ministry he co-founded, Ling says he'll return to the San Diego Symphony as a guest conductor.
I just hope that the tradition that we have built for the last many years, not only my 13 years, but even before that it will continue. And the orchestra will excel and become the pride of the community. That, like Galway said, the treasure, the precious treasure that the people will feel, this is our own, and we are proud of it.
Ling's finale concerts are this weekend, May 26th, 27th, and 28th at Copley Symphony Hall. Tom Hom was the first person of color ever elected to the San Diego City Council. He went on to the California State Assembly in 1968. Now, the former public figure is ready to share his private art collection. Hom's paintings are on display at the San Diego Chinese Historic Museum in the Gaslamp District, downtown. This exhibition features more than 50 works, including sketches, cartoons, watercolors, and oil paintings. You can find tonight's stories on our website at kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.